The swearing in of the character that is today the president-elect of Nigeria, in my own opinion, would be the end of that democracy. For a person who has not won an election, but who has purchased an electoral umpire, and who believes that he has purchased the court to the point where he can declare without any qualms that go to court, that's no longer about the persons responding to such provocation. It is actually the persons who are victims of that provocation.
It's barely 48 hours to the day stipulated for the swearing in of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Kashim Shettima as president and vice president-elect. Okay, so in the wake of that, we would see how activities and then the build-up to the swearing-in ceremony and so on and so forth. Welcome to Nation's Voice Tower. My name is Angelo, your anchor. As regards the build-up to the 29th day of May 2023, which is supposed to be the inauguration stroke swearing-in day, Dele Farotimi, a Nigerian human rights activist and then a lawyer, and also an influencer, has dragged the President Muhammadu Buhari's government. Now, the truth remains that Dele Farotimi has been coming out over and over again to say things as they are. He calls a spade, and that is who he is, of course. If you don't know him, he's also a legal practitioner. He has dragged the President Muhammadu Buhari government, and he has alleged that from his few statements, he has even dared the federal government to issue his quick arrest if what he's saying or his statements are lies, okay? And if Dele Farotimi is yet to be arrested till now or till date, that means what he said in that video was so right. Well, to show how fearless this man was, I would allow you watch the video of his interview with a particular news outlet where he let everything bare and told us how fearless he is and then how he feels he could address the issues that are actually right before him as a human being, as an activist, and how he could also allocate time for the pursuit of justice and a political system that is devoid of impunity, ethnicity, and then religious bigotry. Let me allow you watch Dele Farotimi. We'll be back shortly.
I wish I had a crystal ball and I could say for a fact that this is what is going to happen on the 29th, but I do hope that we'll somehow find a way to make sure that we maintain democracy in Nigeria. And the swearing in of the character that is today the president-elect of Nigeria, in my own opinion, would be the end of that democracy. So I hope we'll find a way to avoid that.
There might have been some glitches somewhere in this election.
It's more than glitches. This is not about glitches. You cannot call what happened on the 25th of February. Those are not glitches. For an electoral umpire to announce arbitrary results, that is not a glitch. That is a fundamental undermining of democracy. So that is not a glitch.
Okay, if you say that.
No, it's not that I say that. It is what every independent observer.
I have a bit of worry for Nigeria now, because once we, spinning ourselves into a state of anarchy.
No. I disagree. We are not spinning ourselves into a state of anarchy by insisting that the right thing be done. What we will be doing is to prevent anarchy.
Okay.
For a person who has not won an election, but who has purchased an electoral umpire, and who believes that he has purchased the court to the point where he can declare without any qualms that go to court, that's no longer about the persons responding to such provocation. It is actually the persons who are victims of that provocation who have the duty to insist that such provocation must not stand. So that is not spinning ourselves into anarchy. It is insisting that the right thing must be done.
Okay, let's talk about this. The candidate of the LP, and if he's called to a round table, would he honor it?
That will be entirely up to Mr. Peter Obi to determine. I don't And I honestly do not believe that what Mr. Peter Obi might elect to do would in any way, shape or form derogate from what the Nigerian people who have voted are insisting on.
But in your opinion, who do you think won the election?
It's not about my opinion. Election should never be about opinion. It should be about the result. That we are now having to speak to our opinions is indicative of the extent of rot that happened on the 25th, and it also underlines the lie that INEC has told, that we are now talking to our opinions. Our opinions should not count. The result is what should count. But that result cannot be talked about because INEC has assured that we cannot talk about a result. Today, billions of naira later, you cannot actually go to the INEC website to view a result. And INEC announced a winner. So on exactly what basis was that done? So we cannot really be speaking to an election or to a result or to the recognition of a president-elect who has been announced purely based on the whims and caprices of Professor Mahmoud Yakubu. So it is the fundamental basis of democracy itself. We've been pretending for a while that we have a democracy.
Yes.
Now we have to now interrogate the content of that democracy and determine if we indeed have a democracy or if we've been lying to ourselves. Democracy suggests that you have clearly enumerated laws.
But with the solution,
who has called for one? I haven't called for one.
the supporters.
Who? Like who? Like who?
The supporters.
Like
online.
who? That's no. Any fool can go online and call himself a supporter of Peter Obi.
Okay.
But Peter Obi himself has never at any point come out to advocate an interim government. Why would you win an election and then be asking for an interim government?
Yeah,
our contention is exactly which one? Who? If you say the supporters, anybody can go online and say I'm a supporter of Peter Obi and I want to behead Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Does that mean the Obedience want to behead Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
That is true.
I am saying that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a crook. That is me saying so. I own that statement. But when you now say that somebody is saying that we want an interim government,
yes,
that is a different ballgame entirely, and it is not in any way, shape or form in consonance with anything that has been said by anybody speaking on behalf of either the campaign or the candidates.
Okay.
Welcome back. This is Nation Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel. That was Dele Farotimi. Dele Farotimi is someone who, from distance study and from analysis, you know that he has, let's say he has this reservation for a sort of corrupt system. Of course, it's normal with every Nigerian that really doesn't like lots of social vices or an unstable government or lots of misconduct from a particular government sector. So Dele Farotimi cannot keep short while things go wrong in Nigeria, according to who he is. That reminds me of a proverb that was, is always said like, a goat can't really give birth on tetters while an old man is at home. So Dele Farotimi, in this case, is the old man, and we feel if Nigeria has run into or has gone into a sort of unstable democratic system, people like Dele Farotimi, if really duly motivated and given the chance, can really change the polity and the political system. Yes, that is that on that update. I have something next. I have a kind of interview with Aisha Yusufu, who is also an activist and an influencer too. On her personal channel, she has come out, or she always does this, but she has come out to explain to Nigerians what she feels about the case. They just concluded ruling on 26th day of May 2023, and this particular gesture by Aisha is always applauded with amongst Nigerians alike. Now Aisha Yusufu has went further to explain matters as to the ongoing petition, aside the one for the PDP on 26th yesterday, and the ongoing petition, and then the issue of the social media jabs that have been thrown to judges, okay, made known yesterday by the judge that presided over proceedings in court. Let me allow you to watch and listen to Aisha Yusufu while she addresses the issues, and she also mandates the youth in her speech to take over the country and do the needful. Watch it.
Ruling, Supreme Court this. I was wondering, Supreme Court what? Oh, and then messages, oh, our chance, our this, our that. So I kept wondering, what is it? I had to now ask. I said, what ruling is it? So that's when they were not telling me that is the, what do you call it, the Supreme Court ruling on the double nomination of Shettima, you know, running for the election. And so that's why it's getting people oppressed. Omo, let me just break it to you as it is. You are doing the same busybody that PDP were doing. It's as simple as that. There's no big deal. I think people are so afraid. A lot of people don't believe in how do I put it now? In themselves. So, or achieving something or believing something good can happen to them. So they always try to look for everything they can hold on to that we say that, oh, we can't win this thing or we can't get this thing. Stop it. Let me tell you something. The Supreme Court ruling on Shettima's double nomination has nothing to do with the case before the court, the electoral matter, the one that Peter Obi has put together. Let me break it down. Yes, there is double nomination. The Supreme Court did not say there's no double nomination. Yes, there is double nomination. Yes, Shettima could run for office. But what he's saying is that PDP had no business. It is an internal party affair. It is people's family business. Omo, they carry their busybody go enter matter wey no concern them. Because at the time that they went to court, you understand, they had nothing to do with Shettima. And everything to do, it's all to do with the people in that party. So the only people that would have gone to court would have been someone from APC itself, you understand? Because he was running under APC, he was not talking to anybody, he did not talk to anybody in PDP, in Labour, or whatever. So that doesn't count. That's what is the simple ruling. As me, they understand that. So may I break up for you, may you to understand that it has nothing to do with PDP or anyone else. Because if it was possible at the end of the day they had changed their running mate, he didn't run in the 2023 election, then it wouldn't have concerned anybody. So that's a different thing. The double nomination that Peter Obi has on his own case for petition that he now went to the court to say, look, oh, this Shettima, oh, he has double nomination, and he ran for office. That's a different thing. You ask me why. Let me tell you. The reason why it's a different thing is because Shettima now participated in the 2023 election. So the 2020, his name was there on the ticket. He said it's always a dual ticket. Right? Dual is the D-U-A-L, D-U-O, do. Oh gosh, English. The ticket shall both of them. Shall you understand what I'm trying to say? So it's not two of them. The two of them now on the ticket ran from the 2023 election. This is now, it is not a matter that concerns Obi, concerns Labour Party, Obi, PDP, Atiku, any other person. Before, it didn't concern because it was a family affair. The moment they decided to participate in, because they could have said they were not participating in the 2023 election, if or no concern anybody. But the moment they participated in the 2023 election with other candidates, now it becomes everybody's business. So now somebody can go to court and say, okay, some amongst the people that are the parties and the people, the candidates that ran for the 2023 presidential election, they can now go to the court and say to the court, look what happened. Oh, this guy had double nomination. So that Supreme Court ruling has nothing to you. Just reaffirm the fact that, look, PDP, you don't have local standing in this matter. You are just a busybody. You just put your nose where it no concern you. But now where election don't happen, now it concern them where they will carry the matter come. So please stop getting worked up. Stop looking for any negative thing you can hold on to and say, hey, I shouldn't believe it will happen. Stop it, drop it, throw it away. Focus on the thing. Let's focus on putting eyes on the judiciary. You can see the judiciary is already feeling it. They're already talking about social media. Anyway, that one is another video for me to sit down and really explain that one to that Supreme Court that are calling there are no opposition party. Anyway, watch out for the other video. I'll do a video on that one. But on this one, please, it doesn't concern you. As the way you know concern PDP, we put a mouth for APC matter, it doesn't concern you. So forget about what ruling it was. It just simply says that PDP has no business in that affair because it's a party thing. They had not run for office. So after February 25th, 2023, now is when PDP can put mouth in the office. I don't think they didn't put mouth, but Peter Obi Kukuma put mouth for the matter. So don't be worried. There's nothing. Just stay on. Did they not tell you that you cannot win any election? Did you not win an election? Have hope. Keep hope alive. You are deserving of good thing happening to you. Don't always believe that something will take away that good thing. Good thing will happen to us in Nigeria by the grace of.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Nation Voice Tower. Well, everything she said there is self-explanatory. I would remind Nigerians that Aisha Yusufu is not in town. Yes, Aisha Yusufu is somewhere outside Nigeria working, which is supposed to last for like barely 6 months or so. That means by implication, Aisha Yusufu will be absent throughout proceedings in court, pertaining to the Labour Party though. So for her to really come out and explain this, she does this all the time. That means she has Nigerians at heart. And she does this with a sort of aura and vigor and energy that we feel is not really or cannot go unnoticed. Okay, so I would urge all youths to please adhere to the needful and please don't get into trouble on the 29th day of May 2023. That day is a very, very tricky day. I would urge youths not to really get themselves into issues or into trouble that could trigger sort of social vices and other activities. That is that. And before we touch the next update, I will urge you to like our videos. I will urge you to always share our videos, watch them till the end, and don't forget to drop a comment for us in the comment section if you feel different by anything we say here or from anything we're saying here. Yes, without wasting much of your time, lots of lovely viewers have sent me direct messages asking for a broad explanation and understanding of the ruling by the Supreme Court on the petition filed by the PDP seeking the disqualification of Senator Kashim Shettima, the Vice President-elect, on the 26th day of May 2023, which was Friday. Right now, straightforwardly, the truth is, talking about this particular occurrence, I have listened to my viewers and I've brought a very vast explanation for it. Frank Tietie, a rights analyst and legal practitioner who is a master in his field, who has a mastery of whatever he read, and then the mastery of the constitution of Nigeria, and then the mastery of the law, came on the studio in Arise News and explained bit by bit what the judge held by what he ruled over as judgment. Because over time I found out that Nigerians, especially those at home, find it hard to use lots of domestic devices. This is not supposed to be so though. So if you really understand what Frank Tietie has really explained from his analysis, you would know that the judge couldn't explain, or it is not really in the place of the judge to explain everything in his verdict. He just gave a ruling legally, and legally it has been explained by Frank Tietie. Watch him.
The full test of the judgment hasn't been made public. The presumption is that the reports that we have received concerning today's judgment has been quite clear, and many lawyers saw it coming because the decision has been consistent with that of the Court of First Instance, the Court of Appeal, and now ultimately the Supreme Court. it's a very interesting judgment because the court has made it clear that it will not change a time-tested legal principle of locus standi on the basis of any form of exigency or urgency created by the politics of the day and the overwhelming pressure of the social media. The court was mild in the award of costs, but did not fail to deprecate and chastise lawyers, especially senior lawyers, that don't appreciate that you don't have to waste the precious time of any court for that matter. What this judgment has shown is that there is a Supreme Court that is observing what is going on around it. It's no longer the perception that you have some jurists up there that are immune from the happenings of the society. That's why they are able to make reference to the social media. It would have been very interesting if the court had considered the subject matter of double nomination and made a pronouncement on it without necessarily giving any form of effect or order that would be beneficial to any of the parties, while still dismissing the suit, so that it becomes clear that this judgment is based on legal principle and not necessarily on the propriety of double nomination. What the court has done is to say that it's not moved, that it will not in any way allow itself to be drawn into the politics of the inauguration that is about to happen in a few days' time.
Welcome back. Frank Tietia there gave time to explain bit by bit the stand of the Supreme Court and the reaction and then the impact that the court's ruling has on the polity, okay, and the build-up to the 29th day of May 2023, which is the swearing-in day. So that particular explanation is self-explanatory. I don't think I should go deep into details because I tried making it so simple, especially in my last update. So I would urge you to always stay glued to Nation Voice Tower and don't forget to keep a date with us next time in our next video. Bye.